Hi everyone, it's Jennifer Thompson again for another Super Soul Saturday segment. I hope you guys had a good week. I had a request from a listener who wanted me to talk about people pleasing and why we people please and ways that we can stop that behavior. And it's a really good topic. I think it very much segues from a topic last week, which was about shame and guilt and self-care. In that, I feel that with people pleasing, I think a lot of us fall into that category. I know I do. I've worked really hard to overcome that behavior. And for me, and I think for a lot of people, it is about feeling like I'm not good enough, feeling like I need to focus on other people so that people will like me, so that people will think I'm nice and friendly and kind. And yet, I've found over the years that it really backfires. It's really not good for me or for any of us to people please, because what happens is that we lose ourselves. We are always so focused on other people. If we're parents, we're so focused on our kids. If we are always focused, on our spouse or friends who we're dating, parents, it doesn't really matter. If we're always focusing on other people, we a lot of times lose who we are. We don't know what we like to do. Or I remember years ago when I was really looking at this behavior that I have, I was really stunned that I didn't really know what I liked to eat or really what I liked to do. I was known as a chameleon. I could change into whatever you needed me to change into. So I have a tendency to observe and to kind of stay back and look at the crowd and just kind of determine what it is I need to do to fit in. And that's what I used to do. And when we're in that space, we're not in the moment, always trying to be a step ahead, always watching other people. And I really do feel like it's, like I said before, it's because I feel like I'm not worthy of being liked. And so over the years, I've really had to look at that and really do a lot of different things to help me to let go of that criticism, that thought that I'm not good enough. And some of the things that I've done, of course, I've done hypnosis and hypnotherapy. I have been a client for that for many sessions. I've also journaled a lot. I also pray, meditate, all the things that we've heard about. But I really do feel like it is a lot of just introspection. Really just getting to know who we are is just so important. And so I find that taking the focus off of other people and starting to put the focus on ourselves can be very uncomfortable at first. It can seem like we're being selfish. Other people that are used to us doing things for them that they really ought to do for themselves, they may not like the change, but I promise you, it is really the best thing to do for you and for those loved ones. Because when you think about it, if you're always doing things for others and doing things that maybe they ought to really be doing themselves, it's really like a disservice to them. Because think about it, when you are able to accomplish something on your own or make a big decision, you feel good about yourself. That's where we get our self-esteem. And so just think about that every time you decide, you know what, I'm going to actually say no, or I'm going to say, let me think about it and get back to you. Those are phrases that are really good to use in the beginning when you really want to say no, but you're afraid to because you don't want to hurt someone's feelings or anything like that. So the phrase I use is, you know what, I'm not sure, but let me check my calendar and I'll get back to you. And just give yourself some space, if it's a couple hours or a day or so, and always get back to that person. But that gives you time to just be still, to really ask yourself, do I really want to do that? I also encourage you to look at the motive in saying yes or no. A lot of times with people pleasing, like I said, our motive is to please. Obviously, it's to be liked. Yet we tend to, like I said last week, to have a lot of resentments when we do things that we really don't want to do. And I find the more authentic we can be, the more we can just be ourselves in any situation, it helps everyone around us. Just think about it. When you're around someone who just seems so comfortable in their own skin, who seems so genuine, it's easy to be around them. And it's because they're not people pleasing. It doesn't mean you're not kind to people, that you can't do things for other people, but there's just a balance, right? It's just having the balance of taking care of yourself so that you have the energy to help other people. It's really all about balance. And I just ask you to consider, where are you on that totem pole, so to speak? I find a lot of clients tend to put themselves at the bottom of the totem pole and everyone else is up at the top. And I encourage my clients to change that totem pole analogy and to think of it as more of everybody's in the same circle, that you're just as important, your needs are just as important as anyone else's. So Julia, thank you so much for the topic today. I appreciate it. And I hope that this was helpful for you and everyone else that's listening. And again, if you haven't subscribed already, I'd love for you to be a subscriber on my YouTube channel. If you're not actually watching this video through YouTube, my channel is my business name, which is Jennifer Thompson Hypnotherapy. So you can just type that in and you'll find my channel and you'll see all the videos that I've done for the last, I think it's been 4 or 5 weeks since we started. And if any of you have any more suggestions about what you'd like to hear about, I'm very open to that. So I hope you all have a wonderful weekend and I will see you next week.